Hello, team. It's Mountain and Ghost back at it again. We thought we'd bring you something different this week. We thought we'd give you a little update video on our mindset and where we want things to go in the future. And as always, if you guys have got any input, love to hear it. Comments down
Yes,
below. Let's start a conversation. Chat away. We chat shit, you chat shit. That's how it goes. So how
absolutely.
have you been, Ghost?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
Yeah, not bad, not bad. You know?
So, just to give a little background on the segment that we're going to be doing, at the end of every month we'll be doing a sort of monthly review. This one obviously isn't at the end of the month, but we're also going to be covering April, considering April was when we started doing this as a whole. Anywhere you'd like to start with this one?
Well, let's start at the beginning. RE5. We first decided to start videos because I had doubts about RE5 because I said I played it as a kid, and I was a bit, dubious about the whole standing and shooting thing. And you were like, "No, Mountain, it's $3.99 on the store. You cheap bastard. Buy it. Let's play it. We'll see what it's like." And we loved it, didn't we?
Yep, absolutely. Great game.
Top tier Resident Evil games. In like, well, I'm new to the franchise. I'm all remakes and remasters and all that. I'm really new. I didn't play the OG stuff like you did, Ghost, but that is one of the top. It's very good. The thing is, they're all the ones I played are brilliant. Like 4 and 3 and 2, they're brilliant. But RE5 has got a special place in my heart. That's a very fun game.
Well, even though it's Resident Evil, it's a unique Resident Evil in its own right. It definitely is different from the others. Um, but there's also another one that holds a special place in your heart, doesn't it?
No, no, no.
Absolutely, it
It's a
does.
shame that the franchise ended with Resident Evil 5. I wish they did more games, but sadly they didn't. Anyway, moving on. No, that is the next game in the franchise. I tell you what, just before we go on to that, the change up that you taught me about how Capcom changes stuff every now and again, and the fact that they changed to that two-player format, I thought was really cool. You know, um, and obviously they did really well with 5 because me and you played it together and we loved it, and then they just for pardon me French, they shat the bed with 6.
Absolutely, yeah. Completely just went in over their head. Either the writers were having fucking a hard time. I guess I could only imagine.
I mean, we've
Uh,
played it. We've played all the different stories, apart from one, but we'll get onto that later. We've played all the different stories, and I just don't get it. I genuinely, still to this day, don't get the story.
Yeah, they tried to cram too many elements into one instead of keeping it simple. With every Resident Evil game, it's simple. Like even RE5, when it did get try to add stuff to the story, it was still simple. It's not. But it's not even as if having a complicated story is bad. It's just RE6 is just a bad story. I have no interest in watching lore videos or videos on which you know ca- campaign to play first. No interest whatsoever.
Yeah, but I just still don't get the whole Ada thing. I thought she was a good guy, and then she's a clone, then she's a bad guy. Leon loves her. Leon, Chris hates. I just don't get it.
Well, I think
You
there
know.
is a reason why RE6 isn't really referenced at all when you talk about RE games, and I think it's mainly just because of how shit the story was. People just sort of say, listen, ignore it. It didn't exist. There's not really anything to it. You know what I mean? Um,
That being said, in all the darkness, there is always a sliver of light. And there is a character in that game that won MVP and is the best character. And the most useful character, I might add, not in the entire Resident Evil series. You know what I'm talking about. Finn.
Nothing.
Finn
Gone but not
is
forgotten.
the boy. Finn is the goat. Finn is the man you need there when no other men will do. That sounds a bit gay, but Finn knows what you need, and they did him dirty.
Unfortunately, we were not streaming when we unfortunately lost Finn. That was an emotional
We, on,
moment.
they teased us more than any character I've ever known.
Oh, absolutely.
Like,
Like his death was foreshadowed. Like not
yeah,
even foreshadowed. It was like they had it written on a piece of paper of his time of death, and just said, "Listen, this is going to happen."
Finn's loss hurt me more than Carmine in Gears of War. Spoiler, sorry. So that was gutting. I mean, there were so many moments as well where in the cutscene they lined him up to die, and we were like, "This is it." Oh no, and it wasn't,
Yeah.
and just such a shame.
But as for RE6, we have a challenge for you guys. You guys absolutely loved the VOD of that stream. So much so that I believe at one point it actually overtook part 1 of RE5,
Bastards,
much
bastards.
to Mountain's anger, unhappiness, all the disdain.
I don't want to play the game, and you're making me play it.
But I'm
That's
making it fair. If we stream it again and the next VOD gets over 30 views, or actually 30 or more than 30, we will do another part. So, if
I do
people
not agree
don't
to that.
like it,
I do not
we
agree to
won't
that
play
absolutely whatsoever. That's bullshit. So who have we got left?
it. Jake and
Oh,
Shelly. Is it
the
Sherry?
two
Shelly or
worst
Cherry?
people as well.
Um,
Honestly.
so that basically covers April into early May, I would say. I can't remember the exact date we finished um, RE5. But basically, what do you want to speak about next? Because we have a couple other topics.
Well, we hit a bit of a brick wall because we loved RE5. You made me play RE6 because you're a cruel and heartless man. And then we asked the power of the internet, we asked the power of AI, what kind of games can fit our genre of two-player campaigns. And AI literally said to me, this is hard. You guys have picked such a niche topic. There were not many two-player campaign games, and they were giving me all these decisions. And then you suggested Far Cry as a franchise, which I think is a top-tier franchise, great franchise. So we thought we'd give that a go, and we thought, oh, which game can we start with? And we've got an American friend who's a bit of a redneck, and we thought, yes, Far Cry 5. You know, and I also thought personally that you were very sinful in RE5 and RE6, and you needed to let the water wash away your sins. So, Far Cry 5. What do you think? I'll let you give your opinion first.
Well, before I give the opinion, I just want to say, you say sinful and washing away your sins. Lust is a sin, Mountain. A sin that
Yeah,
you seem to be committing constantly with faith.
I don't remember that at all. That's
Lust
not.
is a sin. Pride is also a sin. Don't be too
I
prideful
don't
now.
remember. You know, I'm not lusting after faith. I just want her to dominate me. I don't think that's lust. That's simping. Simping's not a sin. God never said, "Thou shalt not simp."
Of
So,
course not.
hallelujah, praise Jesus. I can
But
simp all I want.
but as for my opinions, I mean, it's I guess this is going into a bit more of breaking character here and sort of speaking a bit more personally behind the scenes of what we do. It just was such a. It's weird. It's like no other Far Cry game I've played. It's just I don't know what it is, but it's like all the enemies are on crack. They're doing so much goddamn damage that it's sort of hard to record. Which is why we've started doing stuff behind the scenes to sort of get perk points so that we have more health for the videos, so that they can flow a bit
Yeah.
better. Um,
To be fair, the enemies are literally on crack. I mean, that is
that
a
is,
mechanic in the game. But I know what you mean. Like it was, and I didn't even put the difficulty on hard. It was on normal, and it was like this is rock hard. So bizarre, yeah. And it seems like the game's too big as well for the content that's in it. I feel like we're
yeah,
constantly just driving, which at the start you don't really mind because you've got the radio with all of two channels of variety.
exactly, yeah,
But now I just feel like right, going to a mission, drive for 10 minutes. Going to a mission, drive for 10 minutes.
which
So
makes it
yeah,
incredibly hard to edit because it is just
yeah, I don't envy you.
constantly cutting, which is why we are thinking, like we mentioned it in the last RE 5 video. We might start doing some stuff on stream. I'm thinking we might need to move to a full stream format for that game, just because of the amount of like, it's not that I'm against editing. It's just going from RE5, which was such a joy to edit and so easy to edit, to this one where it's just so much cutting, so much dead air, so much crap, basically.
I agree. Streaming will definitely fix that game better. The only thing, the only caveat I'd say is there's a lot of downtime, so we might still do behind the scenes stuff just to get us to where we need to go, so the stream's a bit more interesting. Because unfortunately, we tried to stream another game recently, didn't we, guys?
Yes,
With our good
and if
friend
you try
Josh.
and find it, like, you'll find references to it because it will be named in one of the streams, but you will not find that VOD. That VOD is gone before it ever reached the light of day. Do you want to talk about it, or do you just sort of want to do what we did with the VOD and just pretend it never existed?
It never, no, it didn't exist, but it was Sea of Thieves. For the record. And we thought, oh yeah, we got Josh along, Popcorn and Patch Notes podcast, shout out. And we thought, yeah, we'll get this stream, all three of us doing pirate activities together. It'll be a good laugh. We didn't see another ship, so we thought, I know, let's do one of those built-in mini campaign things. Pirates of the Caribbean, that's always popular.
That was the one.
Good God. Good God, that's some boring shite. Nothing happened. Literally nothing happened. And we're like, nah, we need to bounce. So yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah.
that did not happen. And nor shall we be returning to that game anytime soon, if not indefinitely. So that was a brief moment in history, come and gone. But what we got up and coming? What do you want to play?
So we've obviously got the 2 games which are, we can't guarantee when they'll be done and what order they'll be done in, but we have sort of 3 in my mind, and that is Dying Light, which we both played,
Yes.
Gears of War, which I have never played, and Dead Island Riptide, which Mountain has never played, or has only played very little amount.
Yeah, I think so. Starting with Dying Light. Dying Light's my jam. I played it when it first came out. It was 25 quid on from Asda. Shout out Asda. Fire, absolute fire. I was at uni at the time, and I literally missed lessons to play that game. I thought the mechanic is brilliant, and I think we've both played it, but we both know we're just going to enjoy it, and that's going to be a great game.
Absolutely.
It's there's a lot of content in a little area, so there's going to be stuff going on constantly. So it's going to be a great game to either stream or make videos of. We're not really decided yet, but whatever works. And then Gears of War, I'm buzzing that you've not played it before, because that is a hell of a story, and I hope they do the next 2 games on the PS5 or whatever, because that story is unreal. It's probably one of the best stories in gaming, and best campaigns, so that is just going to be so much fun. We might even have to smash the difficulty up on that one, because it's proper tactical, a lot of cover, and yeah, we'll see. Make it a bit more challenging. But no, I don't know anything about Riptide. Yeah.
Well, it takes place directly after the first Dead Island, which you have played. I can't remember if
Yes.
we played that with Josh or not. Did we play it with Josh?
Yeah, let's see. Yeah.
Yeah. So that one takes place directly after. It's a direct sequel. So other than that, I don't really think we have much else to talk about for this update. What we can do is, as I said, the rough schedule for these types of videos will be at the end of every month. We'll just do a quick rundown of sort of where we think the channel's heading, what we think about it, and also maybe if we start getting some more viewer interaction, maybe we'll do like comment of the month or something, something just to get you guys involved in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, because we
And
want to see what you're up to too. At the end of the day, we enjoy playing the games. But if you guys want to see something, we will play stuff we don't like. Ghost has already put me through that, and I will do it again for the channel. So, make us suffer if you want to. Not that
absolutely.
shitey overcooked stuff though. That game's crap. But actual games that are real. Yeah, I will suffer through them for the love of the channel, even
That
though
game
RE6 is shit.
is about avoiding divorce, but we divorce within the first 5 minutes.
Oh, rubbish game, rubbish game. Good lord.
So, without any further ado, anything you would like to add to round us
Uh,
off?
yeah, just I'm looking forward to it. You know, the more game recommendations from you guys, the better, because we need to keep the momentum rolling. But no, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be funny,
Absolutely.
and yeah, it's going to be a nice, good summer.
So essentially, we're not slowing down. So buckle your fuckles, kids. We're going on a ride.
And our channel is now going to be family friendly and Jesus focused.
Okay, now moving on. Again, just a sort of a general round out. If you want to see us play a game, comment it. We also have an Instagram, which is ghost_warrior799. If you would like to see us elsewhere, you might see us referenced, or in the future, maybe in a couple of the podcasts from Popcorn and Patch Notes. But it may also be another one he's launching. I don't want to say the name of the other podcast yet, because I don't know if he's fully launched it yet. So I'll just keep that one a mystery. But if he does fully launch it and we're on it, we'll then promote it.
Yep. OnlyFans TBD.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Um, so I'll end it out with that one. See you guys in the next video.
See you later, guys.
See you.